Now that Christmas and the first day of Hanukkah have passed, and it is now apparent that the bridegroom has been delayed, I am looking at the extension of the Matthew 24 chapter for a year, verse for a week theory into Matthew 25. The parable of the wise and foolish virgins. Then the kingdom of heaven shall be likened to 10 virgins who took their lamps and went out to meet the bridegroom. Now 5 of them were wise and 5 were foolish. Those who were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. But while the bridegroom was delayed, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight a cry was heard, Behold, the bridegroom is coming, go out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said to the wise, Give us some of your oil, for our lamps are going out. But the wise answered, saying, No, lest there should not be enough for us and you, but go rather to those who sell, and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and those who were ready went in with him to the wedding, and the door was shut. Afterward the other virgins came also, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Assuredly, I say to you, I do not know you. Watch therefore, for you know neither the day nor the hour in which the Son of Man is coming. You will notice that the parable of the wise and foolish virgins in Matthew 25 verse 13 uses the same phrase as was used in Matthew 24 verse 42, warning us to watch as we don't know the day nor the hour in which Jesus is coming. What we need to realize is that these chapter and verse numbers didn't exist in the original text. When this gospel was written it was all one book, and the only way to figure out where one section started and the next ended was when they started a new line in the Masoretic text. I also found out recently that those chapter and verse divisions weren't added until over 1,000 years later. First the chapter divisions were added in 1205, and then in the 1550s they started adding verses, with the first full Bible with verses being published in 1560, that being the Geneva Bible. But I digress. Another little nugget I discovered recently is that the Greek word for watch has a connection with the Gregorian calendar. Believe it or not, the Greek word for watch is Gregorite. I kind of knew for many years there was a connection because I found out a long time ago that my name Gregory means watchman, but I didn't know it went back to the Greek language. You can see Matthew 25 verse 13 in the original Greek on the screen now. Okay, so what could this possibly mean? To start with, let's look at what significant date occurs in week 13 of 2025. It's actually Nisan 1, the beginning of the Jewish year on the religious calendar. Could that 13th week, or maybe sometime during those first 13 weeks, be the time of the rapture? It's a long shot, and it could be, but as I always say, any talk of rapture dates is speculation and may not come to pass. Please like, comment, share and subscribe if you feel led, and if the Lord doesn't tarry, see you on the other side.